always been the reliable one, the plain, predictable girl. Then, I married the city's most notorious playboy. A year later, he started coming home later and later, his gaze filled with growing resentment. I heard him tell his friends, "She's such an ordinary woman. Why would I ever settle down for someone like her?" I let out a long breath of relief, finally. Now, I had a perfect reason to ask for a divorce. That's the thing about reliable people. We're always looking for the right exit strategy. It was the middle of the night. Finian Sterling, my husband who had been missing for 2 months and missed our first anniversary, finally came home. I was half asleep when he flipped me over. Before my face hit the pillow, I caught a whiff of sharp perfume. It was bold and intense, just like Finian, but it was a woman's scent. I struggled to look back and saw a face that was devastatingly handsome. His sharp jawline was tight, and his physique was as rock hard as a marble statue. His eyes burned with a raw desire that threatened to consume me. There was a reason he had topped the most wanted lists in the tabloids for 5 years straight. When he saw my face, Finian's movements faltered, his eyes cleared, and his enthusiasm visibly dimmed. Still, he didn't plan on stopping. Every point of contact felt like a spotlight was being forced on me, making my skin crawl. I instinctively tried to pull away. "Finian, baby," I whispered, forcing my voice to sound sweet and clingy. "Why are you home so early? I missed you so much I couldn't even eat dinner." That did it. Finian's interest died instantly. He stopped, climbed out of bed, and reached for a cigarette in the nightstand. "Are you 3 years old? Can't you feed yourself?" he snapped. I exhaled quietly, having chased him off with the most annoying excuse I could think of. Technically, a man who had seen as many women as Finian should have seen through me, but I had played the role of the obsessed wife for 3 years. I had followed him while he cycled through girlfriend after girlfriend without ever giving up. Finian once called me the most persistent simp he had ever met. I drifted back to sleep while he smoked on the balcony. His voice drifted through the door as he took a call. "Finn, man, you haven't been out in forever. Are you actually playing the loyal husband now?" His friend laughed. Finian scoffed. "She's such an ordinary woman. Why would I ever settle down for someone like her?" To be honest, the first time I tried to kiss her, I almost couldn't go through with it. The man on the other end erupted in laughter. "Keep it down," Finian muttered. "It's late, and people are sleeping." Right before I fell into a deep sleep, Finian returned and tossed a small box onto my pillow. I peeked inside with heavy eyes. It was a pair of diamond earrings. They were beautiful, or at least they would have been if I hadn't seen the matching necklace. I knew the necklace cost 10 times more, and that these earrings were just a free gift with purchase. I wasn't angry though. I felt a surge of anticipation. It had been a year. Finian had tried to play the role of the reformed man after we married, but he was finally reaching his limit, and so was I. I'm a reliable person, but I'm also a visual one. I might look ordinary, but I have a weakness for beautiful men. The thought of an unattractive man touching me makes me want to disappear. I've worked incredibly hard my entire life. I knew that without money or family status, a handsome man would never look at me. I crushed my exams, but that wasn't enough. A master's degree wasn't enough, so I got a PhD. With my plain face and my reputation for being a tireless worker, I landed a position at a top-tier federal research institute. I thought I had done enough, but the moment I saw Finian Sterling, I knew I needed more. I worked overtime for my bosses, wrote papers for their kids on weekends, and climbed the ladder. Finally, at a young age, I reached a senior executive level. I finally had the status to pursue a man like Finian. During those 3 years, people tried to set me up on dates. I went to all of them, and every time, I left more determined to get Finian. I would go find him just to wash the image of those average men out of my mind. Once, at 2 in the morning, he needed a sober driver. I didn't hesitate for a second. "Do you really love me that much?" Finian asked. A stunning woman was passed out in his passenger seat, her dress sliding off her shoulder. I nodded firmly. I didn't have a fetish for ugliness. I just appreciated the best.